Welcome, everyone. This is the Dragon's Tome. What we're going to do here is what we've been doing for nigh on 3 years. We're going issue by issue by issue through Dragon
3 years.
Magazine.
Really?
You remember that you remember that magazine from your youth? Well, it's back. We're not going to read you the magazine. We're not putting you to sleep. But we're going to touch on the highlights.
It's back, and it's brand new for some people who've never seen it.
That is true.
Right.
That is true. Hello to our viewers around the world. This is my friend Rob. This is
Hello.
my friend Chopper.
Hello.
And yeah,
We do have an Australian viewer.
we do.
Yeah. He
To
took,
who-
took
Yes.
offense. He took offense for us saying that we took offense for cussing.
That was me. That Jack took offense at my cussing.
So we've gotten international approval to cuss.
Yeah.
That's true. But his nationality required him to say that the F word isn't cussing. And my nationality has to, in turn, say, well, we're sorry for offending you, that the F word isn't cussing.
Yeah.
That's how Canadians be. Anywho, let's get on with it. We got a magazine to touch on here.
Yes, we do.
What do you guys think of the cover? We'll start with the cover.
It's I didn't know this is Keith Parkinson's first cover. For
Yeah, I
Dragon.
didn't either when I read that.
I
too.
thought
mean,
for
it's-
sure that he would have done more.
I do like the fact that he make the wand smoking. I didn't realize it was smoking until I read the caption.
Wand.
Like a
Wand.
loaded, the wand in his hand.
Are you talking to the
Oh.
wrong cover here? 137. It's a
Oh
it's a
Christ,
dragon.
we're wrong.
You're on
magazine.
139, I believe.
I was like, what are you talking about?
139.
No, this is called North Watch, and it's a
This
guy
is
and a
the Ranger
dragon.
guy. Yes. Is it a dragon though? It doesn't have wings. This is
No,
the one thing I
it's-
wanted to bring up.
It's not a dragon. We know no wings. It's not a dragon. It's some kind of lizard. A snow lizard because he's in the snow.
I mean, Western dragons don't have wings, so
Eastern.
tomato, I guess, right? Eastern dragons. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
To all my Asian friends and people that I've slighted.
But yeah, it's very cool. And yeah, I can't believe Parkinson hadn't done any covers. He's too busy doing all the covers for all the TSR products. So
Now this is really a good cover though. I do like it. Wings,
Dragon.
wings missing be damned.
Yes, this lizard is lovely. The guy's got kind of like you. His outfit tells a story. The lizard tells a story. The background tells a story. Everything is, and it's perfect. Some of it looks like a photo. So
yeah, it's a great cover. Obviously, one of the big four artists for TSR. So obviously,
Well,
it's
yeah,
going to
for
be a
sure,
great
for
cover.
sure. I do like in the caption they said he goes, the people he protects probably don't even exist.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Very-
I just wish that whoever did the layout for the cover.
Yeah,
You
what
know-
is with those black lines? Do
Yeah,
you think that's
cover-
from the scan, or do you think that was from
No,
the
no,
cover?
that's part of the cover for sure.
Why is the number sunk to the bottom left of that block? Then all the other lettering is up and outside of the block, except for the price, which is in the dead center of the block.
And
This is how it's supposed to be, right?
yeah, that makes sense. But the thing is, this like layout never happens again, which is they must have been like, this is stupid. So it's kind
Well,
of
they didn't get it right. I mean, they didn't get the titles of any of these things
well, I
in the
think
black
it's
thing.
supposed to be a offset thing, but it's kind of mimicking the magazine under the dragon with the black there. But
Mm.
but yeah, it's a poor layout for
fail.
and it
Big
covers
fail.
up part of the picture too, which is annoying.
Yeah,
So.
big fail.
Unnecessary and
Especially you got a
distracting.
lot of extra space that you could have put it somewhere else, not right there. So
Yes, the white background of the snow could have,
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus,
that's
I
just-
would,
that's
I
just
would,
me,
I
maybe.
would, I would even wager to say one last thing.
Oh.
That this layout has been like this for quite a few months now, where you have the number issue and then the kind of highlights
Yeah.
in the upper corner. So if you get this magazine regularly, you know it's going to be there.
it's probably also for when it's on a rack. You could see that it's usually you don't see the whole cover, you just see the top sometimes if it's behind other things. So you can get the gist of what Dragon has in this issue. So yeah,
I
anyways.
suppose so.
there you go.
Yes.
Cover.
So issue 137. We are in September of 1988. Who wants to go first, and why is it Rob?
Oh, you want me first? I actually
No,
don't
you-
have
He's asking you.
Oh,
for
why
your-
it should be me?
your dissertation, and then he's going to weigh and then
Oh, I
decide
see.
after.
I don't need to go first. There is no editor this time. I don't think it was very good, the editor's note, so I don't really have to go first. And I don't have that much, really. I have some chosen to talk about, but nothing groundbreaking. So I don't have to go first if you don't want me to go first, Jack. But I will go first if you insist.
You had let's peek behind the curtain a little bit. You said just before we started recording, you were like, I don't have much this issue, so I wanted to make sure that we could.
But none of us have much
not...
for this issue. I don't think so. It's not.
I have a few. I have more than I thought I would.
I have a few quick ones. I don't have any much, but I'll go first. Let's go to page 8. Oh, let's not even like it's page 9 actually, I think, but it's really just to say.
Scared me because I'm page 8.
8 is I think it's part of the forum, but page 9 is just wilderness adventures, and you got a big what is that called? A
vessel hydra.
Hydra, that's right. Really, I just want to say this is a series of articles that should have been in the Wilderness Survival Guide. That's all this is. It's all just like
I commented
various other ones.
I read a few.
I read them all, and I only had one to talk about, and that's
just the cover.
Well, no, it's on page. Well, I guess it's technically part of this. Is on page 44, and
that's one of mine.
Oh, okay. Into the Age of Mammals. I really only want to say this. It's a bunch of animals. If you're bored of regular animals and are too cool for dinosaurs, it's kind of in between.
Are you bringing this up just to bother me? Are you going to make me nitpick again, like right off the hop?
Which nitpicking are you nitpicking about this one?
The first page on 44. See that animal on the left-hand side? Look at his name.
Alta Gamalgalius. How do you say it?
Alta Gamalus.
Now look at its spelling in the title right next to it.
Oh, it's not even spelled the same. It's a C instead of it.
Alta Camelus. Oh, so it's a camel.
Oh, so that G used to be a C, yeah.
Then let's just look down to the next page beside the rhino, how it's spelt beside him.
Yeah, it's Arsinotheum. Is that him?
Astrotherum.
Is it spelled different down there? No, it's not spelled different, is it?
No, it's the same.
So, which is it?
What?
Oh, yeah. There's two.
What do you mean?
The Arsinotherum is also a rhinoceros, and the Astrotherum is a rhinoceros-like beast. Or a rhino-sized mycelium mammal.
Oh, they're two different things that should be the same. Anyways.
So yeah, now I'm done. I'm done nitpicking. Some spelling errors and the rest of the magazine, as far as I could tell, was pretty up to date.
For me, it's this one is what's the point of these? Like, do you need to?
I didn't hate it.
Ancient mammals for some reason. Like,
I'll counterpoint you, and I thought it was a nice little tool that gave you an option if you wanted to create like a Land of the Lost biome in your campaign.
Except for that's Land of the Lost is dinosaurs. This is not dinosaurs. It's just stupid mammals.
It could be It could be that period of area. I mean,
no,
it doesn't have to be dinosaurs.
If dinosaurs are cool, these mammals are stupid. if you're gonna do an ancient world like the
I use Land of the Lost as an example, but you can bring in the or whatever era this is supposed to be, Mesozoic or Cenozoic, where the saber-tooth tigers.
But why would you?
At.
Mycenaean, so because that's the age of the Neanderthal / caveman,
yes.
So you could do a Clan of the Cave Bear.
No, you want to be fighting dinosaurs.
For fire.
Dinosaurs.
Now someone's nitpicking.
No, like this is why would you want to fight these monsters, animals?
Because it's got a saber-tooth tiger and it got a rhinoceros.
You could fight those normally. They're fine. You could fight those normally.
Not a prehistoric rhino.
Or mammoths.
5 more in the size.
You could fight those in regular times. You don't need to fight
these
them
are all,
in the
and these are all the ones
era.
And these are all ones that lived through the Ice Age. So
yeah, dumb. I say dumb.
Guess who didn't live through the Ice Age? Dinosaurs.
That's right, because dinosaurs are too cool.
Snap!
They died,
and they did because we're called chickens and alligators and sharks. They did live. Anyways, I just think it's Why would you want to fight these ancient mammals? That's all I'm saying. That was my point.
I can see the allure. I
do too.
Fine.
I don't.
Fine.
It's not something I would do, but I'm sure it's there.
Exactly. If you would do it, nobody would do
better.
it. Especially
now I'm gonna do it because Rob doesn't like it. And guess what? Next time you're in the Tomb of Horrors, you're fighting one of these
Finally,
Altacamelus.
That'd be nice to fight something in the Tomb of Horrors.
We have big change.
Next time you touch an altar, it's gonna blue lightning you, and then and they'll turn you into an Altacamus.
Oh, good.
Camelus.
That'd be more fun. yeah. Anyways, that was my article. You guys.
Okay. So, Pat, we've already had a fiery intro. Things have gotten heated already. Let's cool it down. Let's
That was
bring
his
it.
only article. So
No. I'm not going to cool it down because this is not an article I like.
Oh no.
So let's go to page 10.
10.
Coming in hot.
What's for lunch? Yeah,
What's for
this
lunch?
is another one of those wilderness ones that should have been the wilderness survival.
Exactly. And I said, and I was thinking, as we get closer to the second edition, I find some of these articles are making the simplest tasks way too complicated.
Yeah.
And the author, David Howery, acknowledges that the Wilderness Survival Guide is fine, and then he makes the task of hunting more complicated by adding tests to act out every part of real hunting, like whether or not you are scented or unscented, are you upwind, downwind, and as a DM, I really don't. If you didn't really have an adventure to move forward, maybe you could add some of these hunting steps to kind of stretch something out. But rarely does that happen when you have a group meet. You know,
Yeah.
usually when you meet a group,
You want to
have
actually do something.
set.
And if you want to hunt, you're just going to say, I'm going to go hunting. And you're okay.
And-
You killed some animals and you eat that night. You don't have to
And there's
act it out.
And then this article is so long, filled with stats for animals that I think are in the Monster Manual 2, and the Fiend Folio, plus all the charts for hunting.
I don't mind it
So-
for like using it as like a random encounter charts. That's fine, but you shouldn't.
Yeah,
have
but that's
to.
the thing too. He goes, while you're hunting, you should also roll on the random monster chart.
Yeah.
That's in the Wilderness Survival Guide. He said.
Yeah, it's very
It's-
complex for
it's
something
too
you don't need to be
much.
complex.
It's too much for something that, like you said, don't just make it.
Some people are into simulation. I guess
I get
they
it,
want
I
to
get it.
simulate hunting in like. But imagine how long a campaign would be if you have to every night
Yeah.
go hunting.
Or like if you're just trying to get to your adventure, you have to waste three gaming nights just hunting.
Yeah.
Do you think that there is a market for this? Like
Maybe as
obviously-
a pure game,
mean,
like just that's
honestly,
the game is this
The
hunting.
only way I could see this would be working is if you literally said finish early. Let's say you finish early and you got nothing else and you still got a couple hours of you guys want to hang out. You could maybe do something.
But that's
like
what random
this.
monster tables are for.
Yeah.
I could see this as a full game because, like, if you just want to be a hunter in a fantasy realm, okay, that's fine. If you because people play those hunting like video games all the time, like tons of
There's that. But I don't think the Cabela was around in the '87.
Well, that's what I mean, like that kind of person who like really into hunting. But once again,
But I grew up in the city where we didn't hunt, so I don't know if Cabela was around in '87 or not.
it probably was. I would assume it's by '87. It's probably around, but
Field and Stream magazine was. I know that for a fact.
yeah.
I do remember Field and Stream. I remember seeing it in the grocery store.
But once again, if you're a hunter, do you want to play
Right next to the
D&D
Easy
or do you want to
Rider.
go and actual hunt? That's my question.
Yeah.
So I just thought
Maybe you
As
want
we go
to
through these
simulate
magazines
beating
and
some
we're seeing
baby
these
seals.
things-
Maybe that's what this. It's just to let your aggression out on baby seals
yeah.
because there is a baby seal chart.
So I mean, if you love to, like Rob said, if you love to do the hunting and you're really into hunting and you want to maybe have a side quest of hunting, boom, this is the article for you.
I don't know how baby seals have 2 hit dice. That's they seem pretty tough. Usually they just get clubbed pretty quick.
No,
Yes. With that in mind, I'm going to dovetail into play the game how I say it should be played and not how other people's want to play it. For my article, if we could go to page 8,
Ooh, this is a segue.
we are going to go on the left-hand column, about halfway down. It's a letter by Peter Kirkup. And it says, I'm not going to read the whole thing verbatim, but it says, I'm penning this in order to have my say before the AD&D institution is overrun by a horde of romantics who indulge in heavy storytelling
my
and
God.
excessive roleplay. And they have a weird habit to support. Okay, he's coming in hot. Much like this episode of the Dragon's Tome, he's coming in hot in this
he
letter.
does, and he doesn't like the Dragonlance saga.
You should start playing Warhammer.
So I'm going to paraphrase a bit. He says
He's from Australia.
Yes, Cook 8CT, which would be
Fact.
It's something territories. I'm sure.
yeah. Okay. Well,
If you're
I
Australian,
apologize.
our Australian viewer, please tell us what ACT stands for.
my geographic ignorance, that's on me, and I I apologize. Anyways, he says that Gary Gygax was afraid that this radical change towards role playing
Radical.
was going to change the game in a way he didn't want it, and this.
I think that's really paraphrasing what Gygax said.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm paraphrasing. Someone is paraphrasing. So everyone just pause the video and read for yourself. So I'm not. This isn't yellow journalism. I'm not. So, anyways, the thing is, he gets a dig and says these players should join the actors union, and then he also then follows it up with, Gary warned us that this could happen, and then he suggests on the back cover of modules, it shouldn't be the story, shouldn't be like the plot hooks or anything like that. It should say suitability for adventurers and problem solvers, and it should be just a I don't know, a dungeon crawl situation. So yeah,
you can play it that way if you want to, but I don't understand. Nobody's being forcing you to role play if you don't want to.
Exactly. I mean, I just don't get it.
You think Peter would lose his full mind if he saw?
Imagine the '90s storytelling games like Vampire or something like that. He probably head exploded.
Yeah, when they stopped calling it role playing and call it
storyteller. Yeah. Like those.
God.
Yeah. Those kind of games. Nowadays it's like cooperative storytelling. Like he would be freaking flipped.
Yeah, we're not too far from that at 87.
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, the wave of he must, if he thinks this is bad, wait until like 5 years, and when Vampire comes out and it creates that whole new world of storytelling RPGs, man. And then the indie revolution after that,
and then the vampire LARPing. Oh God.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, imagine what he thinks of LARPing.
And the renaissance of role playing that was Critical Role.
Nowadays,
literally all it is for the most part. So, like, I don't know. I think
there's definitely an emphasis on story for sure, which it should be. I think it's the whole point of role playing. If you don't want to role play like that, play a war game, play Warhammer, or play many other games, suitable games. I say Warhammer because he sounds like a Warhammer player. I don't want him playing any games I actually like. So.
He sounds like he's a number cruncher.
Don't play Kings of War Dead Zone, please.
It sounds like he's a rules lawyer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, he definitely seems like a what do they call those? A person who's min-maxer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, min-maxer.
Yeah.
A fun vortex. That's what they call them. Anyways, I think Peter wouldn't have liked the whole session about hunting.
No. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that'd be his antithesis too.
That's how I feel about when characters go shopping. It's one of the things that bores me to tears.
Well, that's why
sessions.
Yeah, that's why I love Call of Cthulhu or games like that, where it's just like, well, you have a certain amount of money, you have this much lifestyle, you pretty much have what you want. You don't have to go shopping. Like you think you need this, you probably have it. And then there's certain other games where you it's even I forget which one. One of them, anyways. You just roll for your. Oh, it's I think it's Trail of Cthulhu. One of those. It's you roll for. You have like a resource management, and you're like, okay, I need this. Okay, roll for it. See if you remembered to bring it with you, which is cool. So, like all of a sudden you need a dart gun. You're like, yeah, you might have packed a dart gun. Roll to see if you packed it. It's like, okay, I like that better. Yeah, to actually go shopping and have to. I'd rather find my stuff in the wild. I like finding stuff.
But that's just my preference. And speaking of preferences, we got a second article that you want to lay on us?
Sure. We're going to go page 56.
Hopefully you're not bringing the heat.
56 is a picture.
Episode.
It's a picture of a knight.
This is another one of my articles. We might be going through this very quickly.
It's because there wasn't that many good articles. This is just a bunch of fairs and festivals that you can go use for adventure hooks or to add color to your town. Pat, do you have anything more in depth to say? I just it gives you the basics of religious festivals, royal festivals, and traditional festivals, and then gives you a lot of examples of them, which is cool.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good article, and I think my friend who was our D&D DM for second edition, when I came back into playing at second edition, I think he must have read this article because when we were in between adventures and he hadn't really prepared anything, but we were going to play, he would actually in the city.
have a
Our
fair.
characters, he would hold a festival of some sort, and it was usually what's the King's Festival or
Yeah, jousting and stuff like that.
or the real games where we would all compete.
Yeah.
In that sense, and
Give you
other
something to
stuff.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So I think
yeah, I do like it's. This is by Bill Volkart, by the way. It does give you, each one gives you like little hooks too. Like, okay, this is what you can do there. If you got a thief, it's a perfect time to use your thieves. Or if you have a knight, might want to joust, or there's all different things you could do. Or you finally meet the monarchs that way, so it gives you excuse to meet famous people.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's a good way too if you need to segue into getting to meet someone in the court to give you an adventure.
Yeah, you don't have to somehow get an audience. They're
Yeah,
at the
you
festival.
meet some kind of duke that needs help, and then
Yeah, it's definitely great for hooks and great for just good background. Plus, you could just go to. I like anything that you go to a town and makes it feel real, where you're like, oh, it just happened to be festival day today, and you're going to the town because. Every time you go in town, it's kind of the samey. Like Jack says, okay, you're going to go to this person to buy
we're
stuff.
Go to the tavern. We're
Yep.
gonna eat some food. We're gonna drink some drink. We're
Yeah.
gonna go see the cleric, make a donation. Blah blah blah.
This gives you a little
But
bit more interest.
If you see everyone funneling towards someplace and everyone's come on, and you smell food, you go, what's going on?
And you get
over
a
there?
turkey leg.
Yeah, you get turkey leg.
Which is coming up soon too, Rob.
Yeah, it's good old Ren Fair. Yeah, I do like in the religious one also. It's like, well, it could be some weird cult too. It could be like all of a sudden you find yourself in some some festival and you're like, oh, we don't belong here, and all of a sudden they're like eating or putting the ashes of their dead people over them or something. So, yeah, pretty good article. So I like these kind of articles. Gives you background, makes the worlds lived in. And some fun art. Looks like a woodcut. This art. Yeah. Is it Pat's turn?
Okay. Yes, Patrick.
All right. So those two have been taken. So I guess this will be my last article. Page 29.
29
or 28, really.
Yeah, the picture is on 28. Carnivorous plants.
Carnivorous plants. So. Unfortunately for the ecologies, this was not a good one.
It is by Greg Chamberlain, so it's no.
I'm sorry, Greg, but this was not a good one. This was a long article with no story. This article literally read like a biology book.
Well, they are plants. What are you going to say about them? Right?
Yeah, it was not the most interesting ecology. Plus, it's plants. He only covers the known carnivorous plants that we have now, like I forget what they're called, the cup one where they go and die in, the Venus flytraps, the honeydews. But he just makes them bigger.
Yeah.
And
it's like, what's the point?
There was no new plants, no new fantasy versions for it.
Yeah, especially when there is in the monster manuals, there's tons of plants that'll eat you. So
yeah, and so this just the bloodthorn was one. That's just something we have now. I wish I could remember what that big one that's like a vase that people climb into.
The pitcher plant. Into it. Yeah,
pitcher plant. That's it. The pitcher plant. In this one, the pitcher plant that humans they can drink the nectar and it makes them drunk and then they fall in the pitcher plant. It's just. Yeah, I mean, I think this was just like we need an ecology. Who's got one? Well, let's open. I got my high school biology book with me. Let's just pick some stuff here
and replace ants with humans, and that's it.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it's I don't have a lot to say about this other than
unfortunate.
Even
the picture's not great,
and it takes a lot of pages too.
And the picture by Jonathan Hunt, I think it is.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the carnivorous plant magic card. The picture.
Green.
No frame of reference.
Rob might know.
I never played green because I hate green. So.
Oh.
What?
The worst color.
Green red, baby, 100%.
Black and white. That's the best.
Whatever, Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson.
Bombshell. Right. Ebony and Ivory. Nice reference. Okay, then we're going to go to my article, which I thought maybe Pat would have taken. but he did not. So we're going to go to page 62. It's up and running in the land of mutants.
Yeah,
and
why don't you take this one?
I didn't take it because it's third edition. I don't know third edition.
Is it supposed to say uprating? What's uprating mean?
Uprating.
I think it's making them better
Yeah.
by way of I don't know, some parlance that I'm.
Shouldn't it be updating?
It could be that it's a mistake. I thought it was.
I don't think it says. It looks like it's a way of. Oh, it's putting ranks. It looks like.
What it is, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's long, and but it's how to make a character, or I guess an NPC, in Gamma World, and it is chart after chart of if you rolled this, then go to chart this because
Game
you're
World.
a plant. You did this, and it is wild how involved it is. I don't know if how different this is from the book version of Gamma World Third Edition because I've never played it. But if this is just the sousson, just if this is the garnish to that, this 10 pages of charts and various things. I don't know if I would enjoy making a character for Gamma World.
Yeah, see, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't pick this article because I never played it. I stopped at second edition, and I don't know. This doesn't look like how second edition characters were made. It's actually fairly easy to make a character in second edition. This looks a lot worse than so. Without a frame of reference like you, I couldn't tell you if this is tedious or if this is better.
It looks like it's the whole point of it is to make a higher level Gamma World's character.
Yes,
so to make like a 10th level D&D character instead.
The crux of it is he says that it would cut 2 years off the character play time.
Because they say it's in Gamma World. I guess it takes a long time to progress, and this just gets you to the good parts faster. I guess.
So take that what you will. If you wanted to, like the analogy that you had was, if you want to make a high level character because you want to go.
There must be not. There's no levels in Gamma World, I guess.
No, I think it's ranks.
Yeah, I think that's
third edition.
That's it. Seems like it is. Yep. Yeah. Odd. So, it is. So yeah, this probably is very similar to making a regular Gamma World character, just higher level. So, Jesus.
Yeah, it doesn't look like how we did it in second edition. So this is why I was like, this is all third. I don't understand this, because I never read a third edition rulebook.
It's a lot. Like, you can tell it's a lot.
But yes, maybe it's similar to the rule book, but everything's just better. That way, your character is better, and then you can do.
Yeah, I have no frame of reference to dispute that would make it better. So
yeah. It seems like it's trying to fix an issue with Gamma World third edition that
we don't know about.
Yeah.
Yes. Or to make the characters.
I mean, if anyone played third edition, take a look at this article and let us know. Is this better? Is it what we think it is? Makes a higher level character, level character.
Yeah, that's it. Interesting.
I'm interested to know. I'm actually interested to know this.
It is like the beauty of Gamma World is rolling on a lot of charts and finding what your mutation is and stuff. So this has a lot of that, but it is a lot of charts. So you could end up with moving around. So
I'll never know.
Maybe we will. Maybe Pat will buy Gamma World third edition at some point.
I probably won't.
Okay,
I have second edition. That's my nostalgia.
Back to me.
That should be it because I think I've done 2, and I'm the.
It's 3, aren't we doing 3? I thought we always do 3.
No,
yeah, it's 3 articles, two ads, isn't it?
No,
I thought it was 4 articles and 3 ads.
We're gonna go to page. Where is it? I thought it was on this page. Maybe I'm just crazy. Oh, here it is on page 101. Because I just wanted. This is a quick one. Just say they have a play-by-mail section still. Play-by-mail is still a thing in 1987. Did you guys know that?
Oh, that's a lot of play by mail.
I know. There's tons. I was like, I was going by, and all of a sudden I went, play by mail. That's still a thing.
Well, yeah, because I don't think the email is a
no,
big
not
thing
yet, but it's coming.
The
Play by mail must.
AOL
There's like a little death standing behind them.
AOL and what else is the other one?
It's a coming. I think at this time it's just starting AOL and that kind of stuff. So
what was the other AOL?
America Online. That's the AOL.
America Online and then
CompuServe. Yeah. So I think
there's 2 articles about computer games.
Yeah.
In here, and
they were not computer games that I liked, so I didn't talk about.
No, me neither. But still, it's a.
But those are also like soon you're not going to have to wait.
No.
3 weeks to get your turn back to you.
Yeah. It's a coming.
Playing the game right in real time in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So
only if you have a 14.4 baud modem.
I had a friend in. I would have been 13. So what year was that? That would have been 13 from 75, 88. 88. So I had a friend who had a modem in 88. So it's this year. So it's definitely there. And we would go on like forums and stuff. Like I had no idea what we were doing at the time. Not even they're not called forums. What were they?
BBSs.
BBSs.
Yeah.
Systems. Yep.
Because I used to run one.
Yep, BBSs. So that was definitely a thing at this time, and we weren't on the cutting edge. We were just stupid 13-year-olds. So, it wasn't like we were playing California games and going on BBSs. So it was happening at this point. So it's coming.
California games.
I love California games.
I'm surfing.
I love that game. Yeah. So there you go. Anybody else any got articles?
okay,
Are we done?
Yeah.
Nope. I am done.
Are you tapped?
I'm tapped.
I got lots of ads, Jack. You can't stop me this time. I have a lot of ads. Maybe
I couldn't stop you from doing
that's true. I'm in charge. I'm in charge of this. I can keep going. Yeah.
the lamest non sequitur that
I just was amazed they still existed.
Gaming.
Yeah.
I have a few ads too, but
okay,
chances are that me and Rob might have the same ads. So
yeah, I think there is. There's going to be a lot of crossover for us.
I know there's some BattleTech in here,
yes,
so
there is.
I feel kind of safe, but since I only do what I'm legally required, which is the one ad,
okay.
maybe I should start.
You should start, Jack, because I know you. I don't think I picked any of the ones you would pick, but maybe.
I think Jack should always start the ads.
Yeah. He always has one, and we don't want to take his thunder.
Rabidly sticks to the one ad.
I wish I had joy and joie de vivre in my life that I could be like a small school boy just scampering through this magazine, finding everything. I have none of that.
He's a robot.
In fashion, I stick to the rules, and that
fascism. You stick to the rules.
The end justifies the means, and the end is on page 77.
Oh, he is so chaotic good.
77. This wasn't one of mine because I think it's coming up in another.
This actually is one of mine.
I think I might have picked it for another article, or I read it in this one. I was like, "Oh, that's interesting," and then I gave up on it.
This
Dark
is
Future.
Role play the frontline combat between highway warriors of a ravaged world. A Mad Max in America.
Somebody gonna sue somebody.
Board game type thing that comes with the cars.
I think
the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
It's not many cars. Track. It's how many? It says two Renegade, 2 Interceptors, and 4 bikes. So that's not very many cars, and a lot of track.
I will say.
My point is the price. That's why I'm mentioning how much is it. The price, $47.99 back then. I checked it because I saw that price and I was like, that seems expensive. That seems very expensive. It's about $130 nowadays. So GW is finally getting into their. Oh, this is Citadel, same thing, right?
Yeah.
They're getting into their pricing. So.
And I think that probably if this took off, there would be supplements with different cars and different. Well, eventually, you'd be buying a pickup truck. And
what I think this game was the GW challenge to Car Wars.
Yeah, for sure. That's what it seems like to me. Or
I think
Ogre
Car Wars.
Even.
Well, now Ogre is just really a 2-player tank game.
Yeah, but you're
the Ogre. But the Ogre side only gets the Ogre.
Yeah. Anyways, definitely Car Wars.
I think Car Wars was a better game. That's why it is still around and not Dark Future.
The track looks a lot like Deus Ex, though, doesn't it? Or not Deus Ex, Formula Day. Doesn't that track look a lot like Formula Day's track?
I think the picture does, but I don't think the track itself doesn't.
Yeah.
there's no
Well, I
sprite.
assume
With
the
this,
picture in the background is what it actually looks like, not what. No, maybe not. Maybe the one in the front is what it looks like, but with a
Yeah.
little spacing in the background. Maybe they
Mhm.
literally took a Formula A track and just took that picture, because that looks a lot like it.
Yeah, but the
Well,
Jacks thing, it's very expensive, and I think they just tried to challenge Car Wars, and it didn't happen.
and you see, it's
Uh,
the kits are all separate too. You have to build your cars. Look how little teeny little things you
yeah,
have to put in your cars and stuff. It
but
looks horrible.
you get the frame.
And the
You got to
tires.
put the yeah. I've never played this game, but I saw it in the
Have
stores.
you? Have you seen it? Yeah.
No, I mean back in the day.
Did you? Really? I
huh,
never even heard of this thing.
really?
I assumed it was one of those throw things at the wall and it never stuck.
No, I
So
was in '87 while I wasn't role playing. I was playing Car Wars.
yeah, so you saw the competition could show up.
Yeah,
It didn't
because I
go
was like,
anywhere, I don't
oh,
think.
I go, this looks like Car Wars. I got Car Wars. I'm gonna just play Car Wars.
But the only good thing about this is Car Wars never had cars like this, where they're like you could build your own vehicles. Maybe did they have miniatures eventually? Car Wars? Now they do, I know,
Yeah,
but back
they
then
now
did
they
they?
do, but they did. I think they had metal miniatures, but I also know that in the Car Wars you can create your own vehicle. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think you can create your own vehicle in this one. You're limited to by your model kit.
It
Yeah,
looks like you can add stuff to your car though, because the one car at the top has more weapons on it, and
Yeah, I mean, but I think you're limited to what you have.
yeah, yeah.
and it looks like, and I'm just spitballing here, because there's the bike and two different cars, and they've got different names. It must have like a roller derby type,
Yeah.
because there's two teams,
Or
and
very similar
there's
to Thunder Road too, which is the original Thunder Road's out already, so that it's could be stealing from
Oh
that too.
yeah,
Yeah, similar to Thunder Road
we
with
never
the
played it. We brought that game up, but we never played it.
yeah, Jack. It's the same idea. You already have a truck, a car, and a bike. I think it's Thunder Road or a helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
No,
Very
every team
similar.
has a helicopter.
Yeah, yeah. So that really reminds me of that too. But back then, Thunder Road, I'm sure it was a little chit game. I'm sure it didn't have miniatures like nowadays. But interesting.
interesting. Okay, that was my ad. So
It
let's
was
go
not one of my
to-
many ads.
Let's go to young Patrick. What do you have?
All right, let's go to page 3.
No, this wasn't one of mine either.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, this is a classic though.
City System. This has been in the Dragon magazines a couple of issues now, but I never really talked about it.
Did we
I
talk about
loved
it?
it.
I think we did.
I don't think we did because I loved it, and I had it, and I loved using it to create my own cities in my own little campaign later on in the line. While this is the first edition version, I used the second edition D&D.
Yeah, this
Upgrade.
one's all about Waterdeep. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it does give you generic things that you can use, and you can just change a little bit of things, and then you get your own little city too. So it's a good tool.
But
So-
12 full color poster size maps. That's
That's
to
what I liked about
fit
it too.
together.
Those things,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
those, you know,
I remember seeing the Waterdeep maps, and it was always like, dear God, this is overwhelming. How big, how much like detail it is.
yeah.
'Cause it was the scale was crazy. So,
But that was my ad.
oh, that was a quick one.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's not much to say.
Yeah.
No. Rob.
My first of many ads, as I was saying, is going to be on page 33. Is that one of yours, Pat?
Nope, it's not.
Wow. This is the AD&D computer products. It's
I almost picked this one, but I knew someone else would.
Yep, it's the range of what's coming up from SSI. We got Pool of Radiance, obviously, Heroes of the Lance, and Dragon Master Assistant, which we never thought came out, but it obviously did.
Yeah, I didn't like Heroes of the Lance.
I never played Heroes of the Lance. I was just going to say, I never played that one. And Pool of Radiance, obviously, played the hell out of, but never played the other two.
If I remember right, it was like a side scroller that I didn't
It was, yeah. And, yeah. But
Pool of Radiance.
yeah.
Played the hell out of it. I
yeah.
think Pool of Radiance, if I remember right, was 2 discs, and I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
I can't-
Meanwhile,
this
later they
game
come
is-
with 20 discs box sets.
Well, then X-Wing came out, and that was 6
Yeah.
3x5. These Pool of Radiance was 2 5 1/4 or 5
yeah,
and
the
a
big
half
ones, yeah.
floppies, and I was like, this is crazy. This game is 2 discs.
Yeah, I remember by the end, just before CDs came out, I remember the amount of discs some of those boxes had.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh my god.
X-Wing was 6, and I was like, this game is ginormous, 6 discs.
Yeah, but Pool of Radiance, classic I'm sure I played it. I think there was like a set with like a bunch of them in it. It wasn't this original box. I don't think I ever played. But
I had the original box. I played it, and then I was super excited when AOL ported it into one of their thing forums so that you could actually play with other people online.
Yep. So this is the beginning of the renaissance of SSI.
And like you said, we didn't know if the SSI released the Dungeon Master's Assistant. You looked it up and said, "Oh yes, they did," but now seeing it, it's got the classic cover. It's got everything you want to know, and when you read the blurb, it seems like it would have been
1,000 encounters helpful. And 1,300 monsters and characters. That's cool.
So
the problem with that is you didn't have laptops. You obviously didn't have tablets and stuff to actually have. You'd have to print it out, I guess, or have it prepared, or you'd have to have your computer right next to you.
Yeah, or most of the time, I think I never used it. I never played it because I wasn't playing D&D at the time. I was just playing other things in computer games. But I would think, because the way I'm looking at the screen, it's all
Oh, it's just text. Yeah,
it's all ASCII text that you would just print it on your little dot matrix.
Yeah, I love that thing. That noise is more than the modem noise, which is always annoying. But the dot matrix noise is amazing.
Yeah. So,
and also a great character from Reboot. So
nice.
Jack, your next ad? Jack, ad?
I do not have one, so I'm gonna throw it back to the unwashed masses.
I'm saving the good ones for later. So I think Pat might have this one. It's actually on the next couple pages.
I got one. Ready?
I got one. It's my turn.
Oh,
you just did that one. Oh no, I did that. That was you.
You did that one.
Sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just go to 35 and be done with it.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna page 7.
No, we're at 35. I'm already here. This wasn't one of yours?
No, 7 is mine.
Well, we're going to 35 first because I'm already here. I'm amazed you didn't pick this one.
I said go to 35 because I knew one of you.
I'm amazed.
Out of control.
Pat, I'm amazed you didn't pick this one. That's why. It's the first
because it didn't have the price.
Well, I don't know what the price was, but this is the first rhinos coming out for Warhammer 40K. This is like
the reason why I wanted the price is because when these first came out, it was a great deal because you got 3 in a box.
Yeah, it says, yeah.
And for the price of 3, I think now you only get 1.
Yeah. But this is something ubiquitous. That's like this is 40K.
And this model has not changed.
Wow. What more can you do? It's from World War I. What are you going to change it?
It's just an APC. It's all it is. I mean, it wasn't the best. It was just an APC.
Yeah, but it's just that is 40K to me right there.
Yeah.
But great paint scheme. I like the camouflage. Anyways, what was it? Page 7?
7.
I was just yelling at you.
As you're wont to do.
Yeah, that's my way.
So this is the Ral Parthan. I didn't know they made these, and I didn't almost pass this ad up till I actually looked at it again. It's 3 stage player characters, so you get the same character, but 3 different stages of its levelings.
Yep.
From like beginning adventure all the way hero, which I thought was a cool idea, but I didn't know this was a thing.
I definitely had a few of these. I don't think I had any of these ones though.
I didn't have any of these.
I almost guarantee I had the Paladin because that would have been me, but
yeah. So I thought that was a cool idea, Ral Partha, to do that. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess this doesn't show up in my zeitgeist because, again, I wasn't actively role playing at the time in '87.
But I definitely remember these when they came out. That it was cool idea because your miniature always became out of date almost instantly. So it was fun to kind of live up to what your character turned into in the miniatures. I liked it.
I remember just the joy of finding a miniature that was vaguely close to yours to use. So having 3 options for $3.50, and it looks like there's a lot of selection. That's not
pretty
bad.
Much, yeah, everything you'd want. It looks like, so that's fun. Yeah, great times. Good old Ral Partha. They were the kings back then for sure.
Yeah. So that's got to be this episode of Dragon's Tome.
I still got 2 more, Jack. Don't worry.
I only got 1 more.
We haven't even talked about robots yet. Mine's on page 79 is my next one. This is something that belongs on a different show, which is a very popular YouTube channel called Mobile Armor Radio. If you want to check out some real smart guys talking about big stompy robots, please come over to Mobile Armor Radio. This is Sentinels, or Robotech 2, The Sentinels, a videotape. It's associated with the game, but they're actually selling the videotape for the Sentinels. It was like a failed TV show that was going to be a Robotech sequel, and they're selling the videotape for it, which I thought was like, what? That's crazy that Palladium was selling videotapes. The price for a videotape was $23.95 plus. Oh yeah, $23.95. That's with the shipping. So, $25 back then. Not cheap for a video, but if you really wanted this anime, this is the only way you were going to get it back then.
$4 for shipping is pretty cheap.
Back then, that's not that cheap, probably. But yeah, it's kind of cool that I thought that was interesting that they actually sold the videotape for the game that they were making. Because there probably a lot of people were like, what the hell's the Sentinels? But back then, you had to get nobody knew about it. So.
Yep. I don't know what they are, and other than this round buggy looking guy, it looks like it's got the role playing game right here, the source material right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if you're a fan, you would have been clamoring.
Yeah, well, like they said, even in the ad, they say it's Harmony Gold was making. Everybody loves Harmony Gold. They were making a sequel to Robotech, but it for some reason the project was never completed, and there's only 3 episodes, so this is it. So it was never available anywhere but here at the time. So that's interesting. Pat, what was your last article? I assume it's your last one.
My last article is going to go to page 71.
71. 7-11? Oh, 71.
71.
Star Wars.
Star Wars miniature sets. I had them.
Yeah.
And then as I was reading this, I go, should I get these back in my collection?
I guarantee they're expensive.
Actually, as of the recording of this, I bought them.
Oh, you're crazy. Were they between $9 and $99?
Yes. They weren't as expensive as you think they were.
No,
and
they must have made a lot.
The cool thing was the guy who was selling them, his shop is just up the street. So I texted him. I go, hey,
can I just come
I
pick
want
them
to
up?
buy these lot. Can I just, would you sell them to me for just pickup? Because I'm literally just down the street. I don't feel like paying $12 for shipping to go 2 miles.
It would go farther than you would actually.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, fine. Yeah, if you buy them today, I'll mark them up for pickup.
Yeah, cool.
I did, so.
Nice.
I got more boxes coming my way.
Were they new?
Sealed?
No, not sealed, but but the set's complete.
Because it's 10
and
figures.
The foam, and the foam's in there.
So it's 5 and 5? Is that what it is?
No, not painted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it's 10 and 10. Wow, that's a lot of miniatures. Did you get both?
I actually got 3. I got these 2 sets, and then I got the Empire Strikes Back one.
Oh, cool.
That has Lando and Lobot.
How do the actual miniatures? They're metal, I assume.
They're metal and they're solid cast, and they're probably not the best casts.
That's cool
though. Yeah, it's nostalgic. So
yeah,
it is Grenadier, but I think Grenadier is on the downside of their model making, and Ralpart is on the way up.
For sure. Yeah, I agree with that. West End Games at the time. This is as a couple episodes from now, we'll be talking more about
because the Obi-Wan Kenobi. If you look at the Obi-Wan Kenobi in pictures, is not the best Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Wow, I assume, yeah. It's just
cast-wise.
Yeah. What metal casting? It's, what?
Nothing.
Scotty? Oh, Jack. I heard that. I'm sure Pat would love those ones. If you could find the Star Trek ones, you probably want those.
Oh, if I could find the Star Trek ones, like we reviewed, we showed the articles or the ads in previous magazines, and
yeah, they're a lot older and probably a lot harder to find. That's cool though.
Okay, well then
my last ad is on page 81 because this is important, Jack. You mentioned BattleTech, and here's the BattleTech ads. This is the books. The BattleTech books are out. This is big. It's Warrior on Guard and Warrior Post, 2 of the famous trilogy. And this is the beginning of my favorite part about BattleTech is all the fiction. So this is the beginning of I think it's the 4th Succession War. I believe that's what it is. Yes, and it's fun times. When it starts with a wedding and ends with a war, that's all you want.
That's right. That's the whole Sword and Dagger book.
Yep. Yeah, this is the great trilogy. Also, FASA, they must have had a lot of money because it's 4 pages full of FASA advertising right here.
Yeah,
All
because
full
there's
color.
a whole bunch wrangling. Then they're also talking about how Leviathan's coming out, the last one, I think.
Yep, Leviathan, and then Star Trek one for
Oh,
Next
that's right.
Generation.
The TNG RPG is
Yeah.
coming out for
Yeah,
Star
that's cool.
Trek.
So yeah, they got it. FASA's got the quiche. And I don't know how long before they implode, but it's coming.
No, Fastest got a little bit to go still because Shadowrun still hasn't come out yet. And
Oh
Shadowrun
yeah,
really
they've got a decade before they.
I think
Shadowrun
Shadowrun is out at this point.
Shadowrun and Earth Dawn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shadowrun's out, or just maybe 88 is when it comes out. Actually, I think.
I think 88 is when it comes out. So
it should be coming.
It's coming
This
soon.
is the end of 88, but this was probably from earlier in 88. So I bet we would see an ad for Shadowrun within the next 5 or 6 episodes, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, Jack. I'm sorry. I kidnapped everyone to talk about some extra ads. So.
You did. As long as you've taken responsibility, I think none of us will hold you to task.
Responsible.
But
I wouldn't care anyways.
with that being said, we gotta wrap this up. This week has gone way too long. We got
It's a Jack episode. They have to be long. That's the rules.
That's what you signed up for. That's part of your contract.
Shocking how just bold-faced lies both of those statements were. I will rue the day I joined this podcast with such libelous slander being said. Anywho, thank you for joining us. We're going to be doing the next week, next issue. It's going to be a good time. Please follow us along.
Really good time.
Rob says I got a point down here for you to do the thing. Correct us. Tell us how wrong we are. Fill in the gaps in our knowledge. We appreciate it all.
If you're Australian, tell us what ACT means.
Yeah, Big Farmer, tell us what ACT means. Is it ACT or is it ATC?
So. No, it's ACT because Jack said something about ACT, I think.
Is that the Adelaide Commonwealth Territory? I just made that up.
It's just good a guess as any.
Well, because the only thing I can think of right now off the top of my head in Australia is Adelaide.
Could be Australia. A could be Australia.
I'm glad we're being sidelined like this. This is
we need to fill in the time. It's not been a long episode.
Anyways, thank you for joining us. Have a good week, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.